Imagine arriving at your home after 3 years, only to find every person you love has disappeared. No bodies, no signs of violence, no cries for help. Just one mysterious word carved into a wooden post: CROATOAN. More than 4 centuries later, no one knows exactly what happened to the first English colony in North America. Did they starve? Were they murdered? Or did they choose to disappear? This is the mystery of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. The year was 1587. England dreamed of establishing its first permanent colony in the New World. More than 100 men, women, and children sailed across the Atlantic under the leadership of Governor John White. Their destination was Roanoke Island, located off the coast of present-day North Carolina. Life was harsh from the very beginning. Supplies were limited, relations with some Native American tribes were uncertain, and survival depended on cooperation and careful planning. Yet, there was hope. Among the settlers was White's daughter, Eleanor Dare, who soon gave birth to a baby girl named Virginia Dare, the first English child born in North America. It seemed like the beginning of a new chapter in history. But history had other plans. As conditions worsened, the colonists begged John White to sail back to England for desperately needed food and supplies. Reluctantly, he agreed. The journey should have taken only a few months. Instead, Europe was thrown into chaos. England was preparing for war against the mighty Spanish Armada, and nearly every available ship was needed for battle. White was stranded in England, while his family and the colony waited. Months turned into years. 3 long years. Can you imagine leaving your loved ones behind, promising to return soon, only to be trapped on the other side of the ocean? In 1590, John White finally returned to Roanoke. What he found was chilling. The settlement was completely deserted. The houses had been carefully dismantled. No bodies lay in the streets, no signs of battle, no graves. It was as though the entire colony had simply vanished. Then White noticed something unusual. Carved into a wooden fence was the word CROATOAN. Nearby, the letters KRO had also been carved into a tree. Before leaving, the colonists had agreed that if they were forced to relocate, they would leave behind a message indicating where they had gone. If they were under attack, they would carve a Maltese cross. There was no cross. Only one word: CROATOAN. Was it a clue, or something else entirely? Over the centuries, historians have proposed several explanations. The most widely accepted theory is that the colonists peacefully joined the CROATOAN people, a Native American tribe living on nearby Hatteras Island. Some later reports claim to have encountered Native Americans with gray eyes or English-style customs, suggesting the two communities may have merged. Another theory is far darker. Perhaps disease and starvation weakened the settlers before hostile tribes attacked. Others believe severe drought and food shortages forced them to abandon Roanoke in search of survival. Then there are the more mysterious ideas. Did they attempt to sail away and perish at sea? Were they victims of an unknown disaster? Or has the real evidence simply been lost beneath centuries of shifting coastlines and time? Modern archaeological excavations have uncovered English artifacts in nearby locations, hinting that at least some colonists may have survived after leaving Roanoke. But no discovery has solved the mystery completely. And that single carved word remains one of history's greatest puzzles. The Lost Colony of Roanoke reminds us that history doesn't always leave behind answers. Sometimes it leaves only questions. More than 400 years later, over 100 people, including families, children, and the first English baby born in America, simply vanished from history. Did they find a new life among the CROATOAN people? Did tragedy erase their final days? Or is the true story still waiting to be uncovered beneath the forests and sands of North Carolina? What do you think happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Let me know your theory in the comments, because until the final piece of evidence is found, the lost colony remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history.